Hello everybody, this is Nancy and I'm here to show you my latest junk journal creation. This is a soft-sided single signature traveler's notebook standard size, which is about 8.5 by 4.5. It has 72 pages, front and back. Piece closure, easy to get on and off, just kind of squeeze the book a little bit, pull it off. On the front is a very simple collage be added to according to your preference. It also has a little button charm that hangs off the bottom. And the first page, there's a pocket with a photocopy card that's from my collection. This is I believe it's the Literary Journal from 1928. And as you can see, there's the old cars. On this page I have a couple pieces of authentic vintage ephemera. They're physician's notes for a newborn baby, the formula that he recommended for a newborn baby. And I don't believe there's a date on that. This page is layered up with a napkin and vintage music paper collage decoupage piece. This is from the Oregon Farmer, this particular page. This paper is over 100 years old, and I've reinforced it all around with a masking tape. It's kind of fun to look and see what it looked like 100 years ago. Here's a little collage with graphic 45 ephemera and vintage paper, music paper. This is coffee dyed and vintage graph paper or ledger paper. This is a coffee dyed deli sack, little bag with a journaling card inside. Again, graphic 45. This is a piece from a stamp collector's book. This is actually vintage binder paper. And a coffee dyed paper doily. This is from a elementary reader. And there's a top banner tuck spot there with one of my own handmade journaling cards. Lots of space to write on the back. This is a vintage map, pastel pink and blues. This is from a vintage women's magazine, I believe from it's the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, I can't remember. But this is a cross-stitch pattern that they had in there. And Yahtzee scorecard. Coffee dyed tissue paper. Here is an old piece from a vintage atlas, and this is a replica of 1890 women's hats catalog. Another graphic 45 piece that I've put the eyelets on. Vintage script. This is a tuck spot, and this is from a vintage fan. Dictionary page. This is a hand-stamped page for journaling with a little banner title and a little birdie. And here's the other side of it with a little owl stamp. This is old from the vintage from the 60s. It's envelope from Italy. This is Italian postage and postmarks, and I made it into a pocket with a journaling card and a little Victorian die cut here and some lace decoupage. Scrap paper here. Here's a lace trimmed pocket. More of my hand stamped journaling pages with pretty little banners across the top. Same on this side. Here's a blank page. Be suitable for journaling or putting your photographs on. This is the center of the signature, and again here's the little button charm. And this is a glassine envelope that I've coffee dyed and then decoupaged with tissue paper in script. And part of the word Paris there. The second half of the book, more journaling pages. Another pocket, lace trimmed pocket, which it looks like is slightly glued. There we go. Lace trim pocket with a graphic 45 embellishment. Here's a double pocket on the other side of that envelope with the Italian postage and postmark. And it's a slanted pocket and 2 tags. This one's made again with that tissue paper, layering the tissue paper. Whoops, let me get in frame here. And this one's got a number of layers on it, and interesting little bits and pieces, this tag. And it goes right in here. Here's the back side of that envelope. Another hand-stamped page, a dictionary page, another vintage fan, tuck spot, and a tag that I made with a bit of 1800s catalog paper and little collage here, and finished off with a bingo piece. Fits in there nicely. This is my 4-way pockets. I like to include those in every one of my journals. It's got a place for 4 tags. Here's one, and it is also stamped on the back for journaling. Here is a manila coin envelope that I layered book text and napkin decoupage. And that's kind of a fun little piece there. Then in this pocket I have a shield tag, and it's embellished with a flower sticker. And in the diagonal pocket I've tucked a couple of replica vintage tickets, railroad tickets, just a little fun something, and collage with lace and vintage roses cut out there. So that's a lot of fun. And then we have, I left the side of this pocket open too, so that it's a side tuck on the back pocket. Tracing paper, Yahtzee, on the other side of that women's magazine with the cross-stitch pattern. Vintage map, coffee dyed paper doily, the stamp page from the stamp book, and a double pocket here with 2 tags, both of which are made up with the graphic 45 images. I have another pocket here in a coffee dyed deli sack with another graphic 45 journaling card in it. And here's the other side of that 100-year-old Oregon Farmers magazine. Vintage music paper. Here's the other side of that Literary Digest magazine for April, dated 1928. And the beautiful watches that were in style then. And the last page of the book, the old cars, 1902 that says. And this is a coin envelope that I made from scrapbook paper and just did a interesting little collage on the front, and that goes in this back pocket. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this video and seeing the latest creation. And if you're interested, you can message me. I'm on the Junk Journal Junkies Boutique. Thank you very much.